on the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Our interview segment at this time brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people, and our video stream on Facebook Live is live right now, so you can watch this interview in progress as well. We are joined by Mark Hilliard, president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce. And Mark, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing fine myself. Thank you, sir. And we are going to talk a lot about some of the upcoming events for the next month and a half, I would imagine. Also, the big one, I think, and we'll start with that if we don't mind.
Sure.
The Chamber of Commerce Annual Luncheon.
Yes, on Friday, December the 3rd at the KCAC. We held it virtually last year, but we are extremely excited to be able to host it in person again this year at the KCAC. Invitations, people should have gotten those by now for our members, and if you're interested in attending, you'll likely see a lot more correspondence on it over the next couple of weeks, but we're only a few weeks away from it, so we want to make sure we get all the RSVPs in as soon as possible. Our guest speaker this year is going to be Jason Stoughton from the John Maxwell team. Jason is going to be able to deliver an excellent message. The one thing that he really wanted to focus on was resiliency and teamwork in sort of a small town atmosphere. So I thought that was a message that just really spoke to Indiana County and our residents, especially given the past couple of years and everything that we've gone through. But that message of resiliency and working together and being able to help one another out, and doing so not just from a leadership position, but in a position of a small town business owner or even just a regular employee. For part-time employees. So I think that the message really is going to resonate. I think it's going to be very impactful for people. So I'm really excited for people to hear him. And he has come highly recommended, and everything that I had heard him in his speeches before really is going to be something that I think Indiana County is going to relate to.
I think over the past few years, it's been really kind of focusing these talks that have been a part of the Chamber Luncheon. It's really been focusing on the issues that really do face not just current day businesses here in Indiana County, but also the future of Indiana County business as well. And as you said, we are going through a lot of rocky times, and it's not just COVID-19, I would imagine.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago, we had John Esposito who came in, and that was much more. We had that kind of being a fun atmosphere with John talking about his role in Nashville, and he actually played some songs with a band. So that was fun. We just didn't feel like this year we felt the message was going to be a lot more important given everything that we've gone through since that last annual luncheon in person.
Yeah.
And we felt that it was important to be able to kind of not, how do I want to put it? We did not want to ignore the elephant in the room with being everything that this business community has gone through, and not just here, but everywhere. And we thought this was a good way to do it. And we wanted to do it with more of an impactful message that people can really start their holiday season off right, and from a business standpoint by hearing something that's going to get them, motivated and really feeling good.
So let's get some of the particulars once again. When and where will this be held?
So it'll be at the KCAC on Friday, December the 3rd. Begins at noon. Mm-hmm. That includes lunch. We have our annual meeting as part of it, but that's usually a very brief part of it, and then Jason will speak. So it usually lasts about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours maximum, but it's a great event. We do expect a very big turnout this year. At least we had a number of RSVPs already before the invitations arrived. So with the fact that invitations should be arrived in the mailbox by now, if not at the end of last week, then I think that it's going to pick up big time. So contact the Chamber office if you want to reserve your table. Please let us know right away, and we'll make sure we get you in for Friday, December the 3rd.
And will there be a virtual option like last year?
We may do the virtual option for the speaker. We haven't decided that yet. I guess that's part of that's going to depend on the amount of RSVPs that we do get. We really wanted people to attend this one in person if they're comfortable. What we might end up doing is playing it back after the fact, being able to record it and show it later. But we haven't decided that yet. Our events committee is still working on some of the particulars for the event itself, so that's something we'll have to discuss.
I was taking a look at the calendar of events coming up for the end of this month, going into next month, and aside from the Chamber Luncheon, it is it is busy.
Yeah,
it's
this
still
week
pretty busy.
especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our our workshop tomorrow, which it's too late to register for, but for those who are going to attend, I think they're going to really enjoy that. I came on here Friday to talk about that, but then we have, I believe, a ribbon cutting on Thursday at the DJ Wave Rider DJ services in Homer City. Then we also have an open house and ribbon cutting at Coker Janitorial Supply on Friday. We have the big one this week is the Hilton Garden Inn. We're celebrating their 10th anniversary. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years, but they're having a big 10th anniversary celebration Thursday evening, and we're going to do a business after hours there. That's going to be a big event. The Hilton always does such a good job when we hold events there, and considering this is going to be one to celebrate them as well, I can't wait for that. And I think if you haven't RSVP'd, please do so, because I think that's going to be a great business after hours. We were hoping to maybe get another business after hours in December, because we weren't able to do our holiday one over the past couple of years that we had done in the past, and that was always a very popular one. Haven't done that yet, so this could be the last business after hours before the end of the year. So if you're able to attend, please do so. But I will say 2022 is shaping up to be maybe not normal, but we are having a lot of events and after hours and other things scheduled from January on. So I think once we get rolling after the holidays, you're going to see a lot of things and a lot of opportunities to network and interact and mingle. So it'll be great.
More closer to normal then, I guess it's safe to say.
Yeah, I always hesitate to use the word normal, but it's going to be more closer to normal. I think people have been ready for that, and certainly, I would encourage you to attend the Hilton one if you can. Number one, they're a great asset to the community as well. They've done a great job. Celebrate their anniversary, and it's going to be a good time. It's
hard to believe that we've been thinking about that Hilton Garden Inn. It's been 10 years now, and I still remember thinking we need that hotel right by the KCAC, because that way we're going to start getting events. And it has happened. I mean, we're starting to see Flow Wrestling was one of the ones that I immediately thought of. People who are coming in to go to shows at the arena or inside the theater at the KCAC, they stay overnight at the Hilton.
It's certainly one of our assets in the county, the KCAC as well as the Hilton Garden Inn, and a lot of our hotels. I mean, when those wrestling tournaments or other tournaments do come to the KCAC, they're not just filling up the Hilton, they're filling up hotels all throughout the area, because there's so many people come into town. But certainly it's nice to have that right next door and across the road from the KCAC, and those two working hand in hand certainly are a big asset for our county.
So what are some of the other things going on? You mentioned a lot of the in-person activities. How about some of the virtual things that are going on? Is there anything along those lines coming up? So
we're not we haven't done a whole lot of virtual things over the past month, and I say thankfully, because that's been an awful lot of work for me. We have gone around working on our Indiana County Ready, going into our third year with all of our high schools.
Awesome.
So today I have my final presentation, and this one's in person. Some of them have been virtual, some of them have been in person, and this is our last one at Marion Center School District. And this will be in person today. But we have really kind of focused on workforce lately. So a lot of our virtual meetings have been with individuals or groups that have tried to focus on that workforce issue and what we can do from in the schools, what we can do with our business community, because that's a very challenging issue right now. And it's not just a matter of getting employees, but what can you pay to get employees? And then, if I'm offering this incentive for people who are coming in, how do I retain the employees, and what kind of incentive can I offer them? And it's a very tricky situation, and it's very, very difficult for almost every business out there right now.
Let's remind everybody about that Indiana County Ready program, because I think it is such a benefit to our high school students. It prepares them to go out job seeking and to get a job, because it's not just focusing on building the resume. It's actually focused on the whole process of getting a job.
Yeah, and I don't know how much time I have, so I got to be careful, because I could probably go for 5 or 10 minutes talking about that. However, when you talk to businesses these days, they're looking for individuals who have these soft skills or essential skills. Experience doesn't matter nearly as much, because most businesses say they'll be willing to train you, but they're looking for individuals that have that reliability, communication, teamwork, work ethic, those types of things. And we're trying to stress that. And what I tell these students is right now, you're in the driver's seat. If you have these skills and you go to job interviews, you kind of have your pick of the litter for the most part. I mean, not in every case, but there are so many people that need help that are offering different bonuses and incentives that if you show the certain skills that they're looking for, and it starts just with some of the basic things that we're talking about with Indiana County Ready. Mm-hmm. Not that you can dictate your terms, but it's so much different, and really it's the interviewee who's kind of the one dictating the terms as opposed to the interviewer, just because there is such a high demand. So we're really trying to stress with the students how important it is to develop these skills now and go into these interviews, go into your college or your future schooling and possess these skills, and you're going to be in great shape here when you try to get your first job and get out in the real world.
Excellent. Well, we are just about out of time, so I think
Good.
We timed it perfectly.
Tried to, yeah.
It's all right. But if anybody wants more information, how can they get a hold of the Chamber?
Well, they can call the Chamber at 465-2511. Go to indianacountychamber.us, like us on Facebook. But, come to the annual luncheon, come to the Hilton on Thursday evening. We hope to see you there, and we'll happy to see you face-to-face.
Mark Hilliard, president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce. Thanks again for joining us
Josh.
on Indiana in the Morning. Have a great day. If I don't see you, have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. This is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160. Our interview segments on Indiana in the Morning, presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people.